It's not just radio, it's Rockland World Radio. RocklandWorldRadio.com.
Welcome to Lighten Up, a show about bringing more love, light, and joy into your life, and archived on the Lighten Up program page. Please join us in the chat room by clicking on the chat room icon located on the left-hand side of our menu bar. Now the host of Lighten Up, Isabel Merians.
Now, yep. Oh, I'm not looking that up number.
Welcome to Lighten Up with Isabel, your good news show. Each week we bring you wonderful, wonderful news about how to bring more love, light, and joy into your life. And this week we're including healing because this is a very important factor in living a joyous life. I am filled with joy and love and light today because I have two extraordinary guests who are so wonderful and have so much to share with the world. One is a shaman from Nepal, Lakshman Giri, and the other is my wonderful friend Yolanda Beckers, who is currently living in Naples. And they are going to share with me ways of bringing more light, love, and healing into your life today. I'd like to begin with Yolanda and ask her, when did you first realize that you wanted to teach spirituality and meditation and help people live fuller and healthier life? Do you remember the age you were?
Thank you, Isabel, for that question. It's a very important question. And truly, I think that this, for me, started very early in life. As when I was a child, I was asking people, why are they unhappy? I always felt that the joy, the love, and the wisdom would follow into life as a normal stream.
Right.
And unfortunately, I saw a different reality, and I was asking God, what is it that people are unhappy? And this started around the age, probably very conscious of 10 or 11 years old.
Wow, so you really were very young. That
Yes.
is very young. And how did you begin to develop your own sense, your own connection with the divine and with healing?
Yes. Well, mostly, I think in the nights when everybody was asleep, I would start communicating with divine energy and feeling a presence around me that was really answering my needs, and also how to help other people. And at that time, for me, it was very important, the figure of Jesus, because I felt to be so unconditionally loving could be an example for us.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a wonderful, wonderful explanation, and certainly to feel that sort of divine energy around you is a great blessing and a great gift. So you're obviously one of the chosen ones, I must say that. And now I'm going to ask you, Lakshman, the same question. At what time did you begin to feel that you were somehow willing to dedicate so much of your life to connecting on a higher level?
Thank you, Isabel, for these questions. And I appreciate her questions, and I appreciate all the audience who are listening to them also to share a knowledge from Nepal. I grown up in a very far, very remote from the city, and on the village there is, when I was very small, I was twin brothers, and we are very small. On that times, we have some calling. We saw the dream. We have a visionary dream in the night. We saw the many dreams on the night. There is many images, the light we see. But that we are children, so we cannot step on that because we live in the family together, and we have especially in our culture, we respect our parents. So what we make the decision, that is their decisions. So we not make the decision, we follow their decisions.
Right.
So from very childhood, we have that the quest to vision to go the spirituality, to bring that light for the mankind, to help, to share the knowledge. But at the same time, the society is moving the other direction for the science and technology. So in the childhood, we want to be there, to the spiritual, to be the different way to help the people, to awaken them.
Right.
But that one way, culturally, that is, it works with us. And but at the same time, there is a science and technology that makes we have to go the modern school, modern education, to learn the modern things. So my parents, they push me to go to study, to be a doctor or engineer or pilot, like to be highly income produce sector.
Right.
So we are pushing. We are not going to continue our quest. We are modern science. So it is happening. But inside there is always a struggle.
Right.
Inside always there is what you want really in your life. So we do try to not lose our inner quest and not disrespect for the parents.
Sure.
So we
That's a
big struggle.
Big struggle. Sure.
And even I was the best because in my school there's 125 students. We sit in one classroom. When I was 13 years, 125 students, and I was the first student of that 125.
Wow.
So I was study very well.
Right.
So I make happy them, but inside that the calling is always with me. And so we went, and one point when my twin brother, he's my teacher, we have 1 hour differences, but in 18, when he lived this material things and he stepped in his inner quest, then what happened to him, that's to me also I can feel. We are very one egg, two body. So it comes to him, and then that I can feel. But still I was pushing out because we have a social responsibility. I have the life responsibility, so I was still busy. And first times when we were in 2003 in Europe with me and my brother, because I was with him. He is a spiritual guide for me. He is a teacher on that.
Yeah.
But I was with him in 2003. Then when I saw the Western world, Europe especially, and I realized his knowledge is more important in West, because West, physically, materially, it's highly developed, but spiritually they lost that certain part.
Absolutely.
And then I realized his knowledge needed to bring more West. So I tried to work as a bridge. So from 2003, it hit me strongly because I was a school principal. So I have more than 500 students and 39 teacher staff under to me. I have very ego on that time, so I was, yes. But when I saw that, then I lived that ego, and then I even more close with my brother and to that spiritual things and his knowledge to how you can heal yourself, how you can trigger the natural element on our body to make our consciousness ourselves, to get the balance in life, to smile always, to be happy, with at the same time to use science and technology and the old knowledge.
That's wonderful.
That if we use those together, then everything can be a balance. So from 2003, especially, I went more on this, the healing and the spiritual quest. And after that, I'm doing every day.
That's wonderful. Well, there's a great need for that. And today they say that more and more ancient knowledge is coming forth from the Maya, from Nepal, from all of the cultures around the world, and that we are what they call the rainbow bridge.
Yes.
the rainbow bridge between the culture, not only the cultures, but there's such a great need today for people are so hungry for this knowledge. They're so needing to know, understanding. At home, I teach a class it's called the Circle of Light, and it's very simple, but it's trying to help people with basic concepts to help them get further into their own spiritual life. And so that's been a challenge for me, because some people you see really blossoming, doing great. And some people you don't know if they're moving at all. But I guess that's true for any teacher. Now, Yolanda, I know that you teach meditation, and you also do, your healing is a diagnostic form of healing. Would you explain a little bit about that?
Yeah. Thank you, Isabel. It is indeed true. I think once we start to develop more our insights and become more intuitive with ourselves and also with others, we start realizing that body, mind and soul are all connected.
Absolutely.
And yes, and so in the whole healing process, we cannot only look at the body as one single entity, we have to look at the two other aspects as well. And I think that the time has come that we know about the body now quite a lot. We know about how our mental entity works for us, but the new paradigm that we are moving in now is specifically to wake up our spiritual part.
Absolutely.
And you can see everywhere that people are becoming more interested in meditation practice, and they need also guidance. And for me now, the way I help people is what we call interactive healing, which is not that you are going to do the healing, but you show people how to get in touch with their own higher intelligence and start listening to their own intuitive voice. And for that you help to open them to see it for themselves and reach tools to them so that they can go home and practice.
That's wonderful. Well, I think we should take one moment now and just tell people a few ways that they might make themselves healthier. And I'll do that, okay? First of all, I feel that the emotional part of healing is a very great factor. And I have said to my audiences in the past that being happy is a choice. It depends on how you deal with your challenges, whether they become stumbling blocks or stepping stones, as has been said. And I feel that in the morning, if the person would just take a minute or two out each day and write down what they are thankful for, why they are grateful, what their blessings are, it would help set the day up in a positive and joyous way. And I've said before that if you're viewing this program, you have your eyes, and that's a blessing. If you're only listening to it, you have your hearing, and that's a blessing. You're not living in a war zone, and that's a blessing. You can go to your faucet and turn it on and get clean water, and that's a blessing.
Until next time, remember to live a more joyous life. Lighten up.